eat when I'm backpacking for long periods of time. Now, the disclaimer is my way of doing it might not be what anyone else's looks like. I think each hiker dials in their own nutritional needs and resupply strategy. So I'm just going to share what mine looks like this year. This is my single cooking utensil. This is just a little titanium 750 milliliter pot. Actually, you saw this in my other video. And that's the only thing I have to cook in, so I have to be a little creative. This is about 3 weeks worth of food. I haven't bought everything yet, but this is one heck of a start. And what I did very differently this year is instead of just shoving a bunch of food in a bag and thinking that looks good, I did some nerd work. Here it is. And mathed it out a little bit. So what I came up with was each pack, and I separated these all into individual packs, of course. Each pack is what I call a base day, and it's around 2,000 calories. So I know that if I just have one of these, that I'm getting a pretty basic set of nutrition that I can adjust as needed. Understanding that when you're out hiking for a long time, between 10 and 20 miles a day, you're probably going to be burning 3 times that amount, but I'm not going to starve anytime soon. So one day, about 2,000 calories looks like this. Yeah, I got my basic girl Via, but that's just to keep me from going crazy. So morning is coffee and a couple packs of oatmeal. Lunch is going to be peanut butter and granola bars, maybe some salty, sweet, crunchy items, and then throughout the day, just again sweet and salties and some protein. For dinner, I'm going to be trying out these Knorr sides. There's a whole bunch of different ones, rice, pastas. They're actually they're about 88 cents. Now I have to tell you, last year I was all fancy and got into our emergency kit and was carrying these giant dehydrated meals that run about $7 each, which is crazy. And they're not really tasty. I mean, they're what you would think a rehydrated beef stew would taste like. So after reading more about how other people do their resupplies, these seem to be the hot ticket item. I did do an experiment to see if I can just rehydrate them, setting them in once boiled water, and it did just fine. So I will have that as a side, and it's a pretty high calorie content if you eat the whole pack. So that all goes into one bag, and that's what all of these are. And there's some variations. About every 3 days or so, there's a bag of bacon bits, of course, and I count that as protein. Sure, we'll count that as protein. Now, some other options. These are cheap with lots of calories. Are the Idaho and potatoes, and I put the pack of tuna in there as a placeholder to remind me that I need to add protein to this meal because potatoes are a little light on protein, and I'm absolutely not going to add tuna to potatoes because that just makes me gag a little bit thinking about it. But I'll come back through these and add and subtract as needed to dial the nutrition in. So some additions that I would make are protein bars. What do I have? Just different trail mixes, jerky. Let's see. Some food additions to add protein are dehydrated refried beans. These are actually super yummy, especially when you add them to the Spanish rice. It's like a little burrito inside of a titanium pot. And then this is textured vegetable protein or soy kibbles or something, and I've never used them before, so it'll be a new experience. I think you just add them to your food and they turn into something, so that'll be fun. Another thing is this is a pure protein, so, well, and sugar, but it's got a lot of protein. And then, of course, this is another staple, your 18-cent top ramen, tons of calories, lots of fat, add a protein to it, and you're good to go. Also we'll just act like those are still closed. Yeah, Little Debbie's, anything that holds up well and travels well. So that's basically it. stock up on condiments as you go to restaurants and stuff. And so if you do get stuck eating tuna, you got your little mayo packet and hot sauce for basically everything else. And you carry about 3 to 5 days worth of food, depending on how far it is till your next resupply spot. And basically you just mail the boxes to the drops that accept resupply and pick them up when you get there and refill your backpack, throw away your garbage, and that's what you do. Oh, and I found these little teeny tiny tortillas today. They're so cute. All right. Till the next time.